the end of Doctor Disrespect. I've been wanting to figure out what's going on here because I've heard bits and pieces from it from Callie, but I'd like to watch this video over it. Let's check it out.
The name Dr. Disrespect. He first began his career online
You know, I've never watched Doctor Disrespect. I have no idea really what he does or who he is. Callie told me he played Call of Duty, but I've never watched it.
Making Call of Duty commentary and other
Oh, that's Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. One of the GOAT Call of Duties. That's what I grew up playing. I quit playing Call of Duty basically after Black Ops 1 or Black Ops 2.
People really loved both him and this persona that he put on. This was still a very primitive.
I've seen the guy before for sure.
But Doc was one
I've seen him. Oh yeah, I've seen him a lot.
Really saw the bigger picture and the massive gains which could come from thinking more like a businessman and less like a run-of-the-mill creator. He was clearly building a brand with a strong direction and a loyal fan base.
You're watching one of the most perfect specimens, right? Perfectly designed. Look at up. Look at the hand-to-head ratio.
This is his literal trademark. The mustache, that's definitely his trademark. That's what got him famous. It's got to be.
It's absolutely flawless. My biceps, the exact same size as my calves.
Oh my god.
Doc, you're the most stand-up dude on
Yeah, now I see.
so damn entertaining.
Now I see why I haven't watched this dude. Not my style of comedy there.
He would grind out YouTube. And he even got some opportunities to work directly in the development of a couple of AAA titles at the time.
What exactly has he done though to get canceled?
When he would start streaming on Justin TV, now known as Twitch, and he quickly began to dominate the site.
Fucking game! This game is a joke!
Oh, is he one of those that rages the whole stream like freaking... Who's that kid that yells on stream? There's a bunch of them. Jinxie does it, but not to that extent. What's the kid's name? I Show Speed. Yeah. I just don't. That's just not my style of stream. Like I like Asmongold style, chill, informative. Put your 2 cents in on stuff. Move on. You know.
It was beyond clear that streaming and this persona that he had created was like a match made in heaven.
And play your
and
games.
This all resulted in him becoming one of the most popular people on Twitch, period. So everything was going great for Doc. Yes, he had a few bumps in the road, like when he cheated on his wife and then cried on stream about it.
As you guys know, I have a beautiful family and a wife and kid. I want to be
going on stream and crying for basically attention is just so cringe to me. I think the word cringe is cringe, but it is like it's like he wants his wife to be watching the stream and see him crying, so he gets points for it. Like, oh, he feels so bad about it.
Be transparent that I've been unfaithful, and
like, bro.
And I'm probably gonna be taking some time away, time off.
Don't cry on stream, bro. Don't take your personal life to stream. Just don't do it. It's unprofessional as fuck. This shit's a business.
And an abundance of opportunity. But then on June 26th of 2020, exactly 4 years ago to this day, things would change drastically as seemingly out of nowhere Doc would get banned. Twitch's official statement on the ban would read,
I mean, they literally just said he was one of the first to treat it like a business. That's not very business-like. I mean, it's one thing to have a good relationship with your followers. Like, all of my people, I tell them if they need anything, reach out on Discord. But having a very unhealthy, toxic, parasocial relationship is bad. Like, period. And I feel like that's something that creates that. Getting too personal on streams. I mean, yeah, you can talk about it, but don't cry for attention. Literally cry for attention.
He had no idea why he was banned from Twitch, also stating that his contracts were still in good standing. From here, he would begin to stream on YouTube, and in August of 2021, he would announce that he knew the reason for his banning and would be suing Twitch.
But a lot of people ask me, do you know the reason? Yeah, I do know the reason why now. I've known for months now the reason why. And I'll just say this right now, champs. There's a reason why we're suing the f*** out of them, okay?
By March of the next year, it would be revealed that they had resolved this legal dispute and that he would not be returning to the platform. So the speculation and growing anger towards Twitch's decision really only grew in the eyes of the general public. But here is where things get really interesting, because for the past 4 years since his banning, Doc has retained the position that it was unjust and that it really affected his career and potential to make money in a massive way.
I make probably a quarter of what I was making on Twitch. You think a big time company like Nike is going to want to work with that big question mark? Huh? Or Disney? It fucking sucks.
Launder cash here.
But now the truth is seemingly coming to light piece by piece, and it all started when a former Twitch employee named Cody Connors tweeted out he got banned because he got caught sexting a minor in the existing Twitch Whispers product. He was trying to meet up with her at TwitchCon. The powers that could be read in plain text. Of course, this all sparked a massive storm online, and his buddies rushed to defend him.
Of course it did.
These are some crazy accusations. Crazy. Until we know them as fact, until they've been proven with evidence, what are we talking about? What's anybody talking about?
You even had one of the Tate brothers speak up, saying that he knows what it's like to be a tall, successful man who women are throwing themselves at, and he just knows that Doc is innocent. And then you even had Doc himself tweeting out, "Listen, I'm obviously tied to legal obligations from the settlement with Twitch, but I just need to say what I can say since this is the fucking internet. I didn't do anything wrong. All of this had been probed and settled. Nothing illegal.
I'm sure
no wrongdoing was found.
People
and
are just saying that for no
Elden
reason.
Ring Monday." So obviously a lot of
Someone
people
came
found this
forward
statement
for no
to be
reason,
sketchy,
I'm
to
sure.
say the least, while others speculated that he couldn't outright say he wasn't talking to or interested in meeting up with a minor due to legal bindings. The next time he would boot up his stream, he would claim that he was not interested in speaking on these allegations at all.
For those that are looking for me to expand on this weekend, not gonna. I already said what I needed to say. I don't give a fuck about this guy. That's it.
And for the rest of this stream, he would seem pretty
Bro.
distraught, and
I get where he's coming from. If you're honestly innocent and you say you're innocent, don't talk about it. Because if it's bullshit, but I don't know, man. Like, if there's multiple people saying it, then there is some grounds for the accusation. So you probably need to make a public statement. You probably need to make a public statement at that point.
speak about taking some time away from the internet in general.
It's wanting to just kind of move away from the limelight. Ultimately, that's what it's
That's
about.
got guilt
It's time to
written all
drive into
over
the
it,
sunset,
chat.
says swerving. Oof, man, I like your style. It might be time to drive in the sunset, champs.
Now this is where the real hammers kind of start to drop, as his own gaming studio, Midnight Society, which he co-founded, would announce that they would be terminating their relationship with him, citing that they assumed his innocence, but after speaking with the parties involved, had no choice but to make this damning decision. People speculated that he actually got word of this while on stream, and noticed that it changed his entire demeanor.
Oh, shit. What did he expect, though? Like, when he started doing this shit, what did he expect? Of course, when this word gets out, people, sponsors aren't going to want to be associated with you. Like, they're just not going to want to. It's that simple. Especially for an
obviously, this more or
accusation
less
like
confirmed
that.
that
Getting in trouble with drugs or something, or a DUI and making a comeback is one thing, but you can't come back from those
Peeked behind the
accusations,
curtain
man.
And didn't like what
You
they
can't.
saw to a point where they felt like action needed
Nor
to be
should you
taken.
be able to. Like, you should not be able to come back. Those are serious fucking accusations. If you're doing stuff like that with a minor, you should be condemned for it,
Of
period.
course, people started making jokes saying, "Hey Doc, I heard you like I'm young," and posting videos of his quote-unquote new setup. And they also brought up this clip from 2 months ago.
I remember someone saying Doctor's Disrespect got banned from Twitch because he was messaging underage girls on Twitch.
Why he said that?
Wait, what?
That's not it.
We're about to learn all about the DMCA
What
process
the
now. Through
That's what I'm saying. When I heard it,
Did he say that? If I'm the doc, I'm suing you right now.
I would actually sue you.
Now this would all more or less force Doc's hand, so he would once again tweet out that he wants to cut the fucking bullshit, claiming that he's always been upfront and real. He would then apologize to his community and confirm that he would be stepping down from his position in the gaming studio company. Everyone has been wanting to know why I was banned from Twitch, but for reasons outside of my control, I was not allowed to say anything for the last several years. Now that 2 former Twitch employees have publicly disclosed the accusations, I can tell you my side of the story regarding the ban. Were there Twitch whisper messages with an individual minor back in 2017? The answer is yes. Were there real intentions behind these messages? The answer is absolutely not. These were casual, mutual conversations that sometimes lean too much in the direction of being inappropriate. But nothing more. Nothing illegal happened, no pictures were shared, no crimes were committed, I never even met the individual.
Still, message a minor, even with...
regarding a civil dispute with Twitch, in that case...
It doesn't matter. He said these were casual, mutual conversations that sometimes lean too much in the direction of being inappropriate, but nothing more. That right there solidifies his guilt. Right there. You shouldn't be texting anything inappropriate to a minor, period.
Was resolved by settlement. Let me be clear, it was not a criminal case
this
against
sentence
me.
Right here solidifies his guilt in my eyes, and I think in everyone else's eyes. These were casual, mutual conversations that, and it can't be mutual and it can't be consensual if they're a minor. These were casual, mutual conversations that sometimes lean too much in the direction of being inappropriate, but nothing more. Should not be having inappropriate conversations with a minor, period.
And no criminal charges have ever been brought against me. From a moral standpoint, I'll absolutely take responsibility. I should have never entertained those conversations to begin with. That's on me. That's on me as an adult, a husband, and a father. It should have never happened. I get it. I'm not perfect, and I own my fucking shit. This was stupid. Still, Doc would retain that he is not a predator, that he doesn't care about his quote-unquote haters, and lastly made it clear that he had no intentions to go anywhere. So basically, Dr. Disrespect confirms here that he was indeed having inappropriate conversations with someone who was not of age. I find it hilarious that his only real defense of himself is that he never had any intentions behind these personal conversations he was engaged in. It's kind of like saying, oh, I didn't plan to rob the bank. I just got the ski mask, the gun, the rope, and of course the blueprints of the building as well as the security guard's schedule. And let's be clear that these chat logs have not and likely will never be released to the public, but it's pretty obvious there was something damning in there. One of the heads of his now former studio tweeted out, "This is a statement from me personally, it does not reflect any of my companies, and has not gone through any legal or PR approvals. If you
This is a statement from me personally, it does not reflect any of my companies and has not gone through any legal or PR approvals. If you inappropriately message a minor, I cannot work with you, period. I promised to only act on facts, and I did." Exactly. Thank you for saying that, Robert Bowling.
Period. I promised to only act on facts, and I did. And some of his good friends would even come forward with their reactions to this new information.
I read through Doc's tweet, and in that very tweet, he basically confirms that he was texting an underage girl and it went weird sometimes, and look, there's no excuse for something like that.
I have known Doc for a while now. We've played games for years.
Yeah, there's no excuse for something like that.
That was a minor, and those were the messages being sent. I
condemn that. Yeah, you have to condemn that.
No matter what it looks like publicly, it usually means someone did something. Right, or there was some truth to enough truth. Right? You settle to cover things up. You settle to not let things get out there. Don't text minors or do any of that shit.
And even the 49ers have released a statement saying that they're done with the doctor. Personally, I cannot comprehend how people make these types of mistakes over and over again. Like, it's so easy to not only not speak to a minor, but to not speak to anyone when you are in this type of position.
Yeah,
like,
100%.
Why even begin to engage in conversation with this person? It just goes to show me how...
No matter what position you're in, why put yourself in a position... It's sick, bro. It's just sick.
Self-control he had.
Like, control your urges, and... It's kind of it's fucking sick if you even have the urge to text a minor. Like, it's ridiculous. There's no excuse for it.
He was 37 years old with a wife and kid.
No
like, if you ask me, I think
it.
the only real explanation would be that his personified ego had actually become.
Especially how old is Dr. Disrespect? He's older than me. I'm 28.
He has a wife and kids.
Yeah, like he's got to be older than me. Hey Google, how old is Dr. Disrespect?
Dr. Disrespect is 42 years old.
He's 42 fucking years old. That's sick, bro. Like, that's fucking sick.
character, dressing up like
And said he was need to protect the kids. Isn't a good dude. Seriously though, his subreddit is in shambles. Are you telling me a guy who has admitted to cheating? Hold on. Let me see. Are you telling me a guy who admitted to cheating on his partner, filmed people in a public bathroom, and has said we need to protect the kids isn't a good dude? Protect the kids isn't a good dude. Seriously though, his subreddit is in shambles. I mean, a guy who's admitted to cheating on his partner, filmed people in public. Oh, you're saying okay. You're saying, I think you meant to say protected. Are you telling me a guy who has admitted to cheating on his partner, filmed people in a public bathroom, and has said we need to protect the kids is a good dude? You said isn't a good dude, which makes you sound like you're saying he is a good dude. I think you meant is, like you're saying you're trying to tell me he's a good dude, but it came out. Okay, I get what you're saying. Yeah, he's a piece of shit, bro. He's definitely a piece of shit. Like, it's really that simple.
that every day for a decade plus, playing a caricature of yourself has to damage something about an individual psychologically. And the funniest
like,
part
the
to
dude's
me is
42 years old. Like, it's one thing for an 18-year-old to be texting a 16-year-old, something like that age range. Even 19, 16, it's still, like, you can still be, like, you still need to be careful with that. But, like, at that point, I think it's consensual. I think it's, like, a 4 or 5 year age gap. Because the age of consent is 16, but there's exceptions to it. Like, when you're 42 and texting someone that age, it's just sick, bro. It really is. It's just sick. Like,
is
Jesus
that he rode
Christ.
the unjust cancellation wave for such a long time, made millions of dollars doing so, only for this all to come to light.
What the Twitch ban is really, how it's really affected us, not just from a financial standpoint, but from a networking standpoint, from all the relationships we've built over the past 5 years, and in terms of Activision and EA. I mean, everyone, all the big sponsors, all the big partnerships, they have to question, why did you get banned?
Like, the fact that he was out here playing the victim, to me, is just an absolute joke.
It
But I
is.
want to know what you
It's
guys
an
think
absolute
about this
joke.
situation down below. I know you still have a lot of people defending this man for some reason, even when he literally admitted to his wrongdoing. But either way, I do want to thank you guys for watching today's video, dropping a like and subscribing. But as you guys know, it's been your boy, the Tan Superman, and some other streamer drama out here needs to be covered, so I'm out.
Yeah, there's absolutely no defense for that. When you put yourself in that position, it's literally, I don't see how a person can put themselves in that position. Like, you have to, like, you don't, that position doesn't get placed on you. You put yourself in that position. Like, when a girl starts messaging you and you see their picture, even if they message first, you know if they're young. And if they look young, even if they look close to 18, you need to ask, how old are you? Like, that's usually the first things people ask. How old are you? Where are you from? What's your name? Blah, 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 blah. Like, there's no excuse for that kind of behavior, especially someone in a position of kind of, semi fame like him, and that's been around since the start of YouTube. But for really in any position, a 42-year-old talking to even an 18-year-old is sick in my eyes, and I mean, it's sick. It would be sick for someone my age, a 28-year-old, to talk to a 16-year-old or someone in that age range. Like, it's just not a good look, man. It's just not a good look.